Hello, fellow Toastmasters. I'm Reese Estridge, and this video is about the new member orientation PowerPoint. Allow me to share my screen. And here it is. This is something that club officer training can use. You can also use this PowerPoint at your own clubs. In fact, it's suitable for club, area, division, and district events. If you wish to feature this at a district conference, by all means, take it up with your conference chairs, because there could be new members in the audience. At the very least, this is a tool that you can take home with you. So you've joined Toastmasters. Now what? And as you can see at the bottom here, there are pre-constructed scripts that you can use or base your own script off of. This agenda features goals, roles, pathways, mentoring, leadership, next steps, expectations, and support. All vitally important in the club. The first thing you want to ask a new member is, what are your goals? And there are previous sources from other videos that I've talked about. The new member profile sheet is one of those ways that you can get to know new members best. In fact, it's highlighted here. If you can get at least 2 goals, you've taken a great step in the right direction in terms of recruitment and retention. The second question, of course, is how do we support you? How can we? Is there anything specific you want us to do? Do you want to set your own time frames or nudge you? And it's okay to ask these questions openly or in private. Club meeting rules. There are links. Actually, those are not links. I take that back. Each meeting rule is a unique set of responsibilities and skills for you to explore. This is for people who've never heard of Toastmasters, who've never done these roles before. Although new members can be dual members, they can also be members who have returned to Toastmasters after years of a hiatus or some other pursuit. And now we get into the roles themselves. These show the different resources about that role. The Toastmaster is a tough role. It's the high-level role. That's why it says we recommend waiting until you've observed a few meetings. Grammarian is an easier role. Odd counter, another easy role. Timer, table topic speaker. And you don't have to be a member to do this. Topics master. This is a more sophisticated role. Speaker. This is good right after you join the club. Deliver your icebreaker right away. I know there's some people who wait weeks, months, maybe even over a year before they deliver their icebreaker because they're so nervous. But that's why you have to engage with the new member, so they're not waiting as an act of trepidation. You want to encourage them to be intrepid in the Toastmasters experience. In other words, adventurous. Get their feet wet, dive right in if you want. Speech evaluator, it's good to be a speaker before you be an evaluator. General evaluator, this is another sophisticated role. And now on to pathways. There are 11 paths with 5 levels each. You start with an assessment, you pay a one-time $20 fee. The navigator tells you everything you need to know. It's everything pathways. Your vice president of education may have a copy of this document. It's also available on toastmasters.org. Those are the 11 paths. You get to explore those in your assessment and the navigator. And this goes into a bit more detail about each path. It tells you which skills are built, which additional skills are built. If you want, you can print these slides out and use it to track your progress in pathways, although that's not so much necessary because Basecamp will do that for you. Effective coaching, engaging humor, innovative planning, leadership development, motivational strategies, persuasive influence, presentation mastery, strategic relationships, team collaboration, visionary communication. Those are the main paths and pathways. It also features a mentorship program, but this refers to club mentorship, member to member mentorship relationship. Ideally, your club should have a mentorship program, and there are resources for that as well, which I might mention in a future video. Mentorship is so paramount, especially for new members. They feel lost. They don't know what to do. You guide them step by step. I always say it's not an express elevator. It's a staircase. You take it step by step and you have someone help you to make that climb. It's so much easier. This shows the leadership hierarchy of Toastmasters. You start out as a member, you become a club officer, then an area officer, probably an area director, division officer, division director, and there are various roles at the district level: public relations manager, finance manager, parliamentarian, club growth director, program quality director, and of course, district director. At the regional level, you have regional advisors, but this is for Toastmasters who've been at it for a long time and they've served at all the other levels before. Region advisor is a 2-year commitment. And the board of directors, this is the international level of leadership. You've got the board of directors, of course. You have your international directors who are just above the region advisors. And you have international officers who include the second vice president, first vice president, international president elect, and international president, and the immediate past international president. It takes a long time to get to the board, the region and board of directors level. Most Toastmasters are with the organization for at least 10 to 20 years before they can get this position, and rightfully so. Ideally, you'd want to master all the competencies and pathways and then some. You want to supplement your Toastmasters experience with intense leadership study and experience. You want to be a solid communicator in any situation, whether it's online, whether it's resolving conflict, whether it's communicating across borders, having a high cultural EQ or high CQ, basically cultural intelligence, emotional intelligence, business acumen, financial acumen, nonprofit leadership skills. These are all necessary at the regional and international levels in this organization. It takes a long time to build those skills, a lot of practice. But there are Toastmasters who have gone on to do amazing things at these levels. I aspire to serve at all of these levels myself within the next 2 decades. And this goes into a bit more detail about the typical leadership path, starting with the club level. Those are your club officer roles: president, vice presidents of education, membership and public relations, secretary, treasurer, sergeant at arms. Area and division level, I'm an area director at the time of making this video. I will be a division director in a few years or so after I feel like I've done the area director role justice. I'm serving as area director for the first time at the time of making this video. I have a lot more to learn. I feel like I have to do it at least one more time before I even consider the role of division director. I figure it's only fair. And then you have the next level above, district and region. These are the positions I mentioned earlier. Now, region advisor and international director, that is towards the region level. District director, program quality director, club growth director, those are your district trio. Big roles. Finance and admin administrators, also very important. So if you get a new email, if you get a new member started, you send them a welcome email, customized. See if you can add as a safe sender. Make sure you remind them to check their spam because it's probably the first time. Click get started and follow the steps. There is nothing else. It is the end of the world. The email is titled "Welcome to Your Journey." This allows you to verify and set up your profile. Every new member should do this straight away because it's so important that they receive communications from the club and from the higher organization, and to set up pathways as well. You want to give them a tutorial in Basecamp and how pathways works. As I told you, the navigator is there. There's even accessible materials for people whose language is probably not English. If English is a second language to them, that would probably be good. You want to learn more and get to go to frequently asked questions and see the start page. The start page will take you to an assessment where you can then choose your path and then go to Basecamp. The navigator gives you a comprehensive overview of pathways, as I've mentioned. The icebreaker, that's for everybody. It's the very first speech you give. Awards and recognition. This recognition of achievements, there are club ribbons, best table topics, best speaker and evaluator, those that you can find on the ballots that you're able to order in bulk. Welcome to Toastmasters, that's good for guests. You also have pathways pins, level pins, and other Toastmasters pins. Education badges and awards, you got one for each of the 5 levels. You can also award feedback badges to others using Basecamp. You can receive downloadable and printable certificates for completing each level. This allows you to convey club expectations, which is, of course, varies from club to club. Make sure you're comprehensive so there's no confusion. And an obligation to attend, I believe that's important because of Toastmasters. Too often Toastmasters fall off the face of the earth. You hardly see or hear from them again. If you miss a certain number of meetings, this is what's going to happen. How we communicate with you. This is probably all you need. You have your club meetings, your email, the club website, newsletter, policies. Those 5 alone will do it justice pretty much. A personal phone call could be an additional communication method, or a Zoom meeting, or meetup if the club likes to meet outside of club meetings. Those are additional communication methods. And that's a wrap. This presentation has a Q&A, of course, because it's typically facilitated in club officer training. So I thank you for attending. And that's all I have for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.